Hello again, everybody. This is Steve Callis, speaking of sports. But we're here today to talk about Notre Dame's upcoming game, Boston College at Notre Dame, Saturday, November 23rd, 2019, 2:30 Eastern on NBC. So Notre Dame's a heavy favorite in this game. They've been playing very well of late. Of course, they already have 2 losses, which eliminates them from Final Four contention. But, you know, Ian Book has been playing out of his mind. 10 touchdown passes in the last 2 games, pretty incredible. He's also been their leading rusher. He's been unbelievable, so you have to give him credit. He's really matured this year as a quarterback. But this game against Boston College, I want to focus on one player for Boston College that Coach Kelly at his press conference said, this guy's an unbelievable player. We tried to recruit him. We didn't get him. He went to Boston College. It's worked out well for him. And it's number 2, A.J. Dillon. You should watch this guy this weekend, even if you're a Notre Dame fan. I'm just going to read you A.J. Dillon's stats this year because they're pretty incredible. He's rushed for 1,451 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. He's one of the leading rushers in the country, and also, according to his coach, Steve Adazio, he said that A.J. Dillon, quote, A.J. Dillon will soon become the all-time ACC leading rusher. So that takes in a lot of ground. This guy's a pretty incredible running back. He's also got a partner, David Bailey, who is now healthy. He has 765 yards rushing, but he rushes for 6.4 yards per carry, and they have a very good offensive line, according to the coach. I just wanted to give you an interesting A.J. Dillon fact, and that is his grandfather, Tom Gatewood, played at Notre Dame, and he was the first African-American captain at Notre Dame. Pretty incredible stat. He was actually elected finally into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2015. He played in the early 70s. So there must have been a pull for A.J. Dillon, you would think, to go to Notre Dame. Instead, he chose Boston College. It's worked out very well for him. But Coach Kelly at his press conference was really focused on the offense of Boston College. When he spoke about the defense, he just said, well, they've lost a lot of guys on defense. I think that's code for they're a young defense. They're not a very good defense. Notre Dame is like a 19-point favorite in this game. But if you're going to watch somebody on the other team, you should watch A.J. Dillon, because either this week or next week, apparently he will become the all-time ACC leading rusher. So that's a very big deal. Having said that, Steve Adazio, the coach of Boston College, now he coached under Bob Davie at Notre Dame for 2 years, so he knows the system, he knows the drill. He spoke profusely about Notre Dame, the program, this game between 2 Catholic universities. He said they both do it the right way, recruiting-wise, academically. You know, it's pretty high academics to get into Notre Dame and Boston College. I did want to read you the stats that Coach Adazio read at his press conference, some of which I weren't even aware of. But Notre Dame, according to Coach Adazio, is 18th in the country in scoring defense, 28th in the country in total defense, and 5th in the country against the pass. I mean, those are some incredible stats. So Notre Dame's defense, obviously, according to their coach and most people, is one of the top defenses in the country. Offensively, he said, you know, they're very good offensively. They're explosive. Claypool just had 4 touchdowns last week. Ian Book has really found himself in the last few games since the Michigan game. He's really played, you know, that long drive against Virginia Tech to win the game in the final 2 minutes. And then he's been lights out the last 2 games. So Steve Adazio, who, again, coached at Notre Dame for a couple of years, knows what he's in for coming to Notre Dame. Notre Dame was undefeated at home last year. They're undefeated at home this year. Other than watching A.J. Dillon on the other side, I don't think this is really going to be such a close game. Although with a great running attack, you never know. Although last week they did kind of shut down Navy. And yes, they rushed for 280 yards, but again, that was like 80 yards below their average. So I think Notre Dame, you know, is going to win this game relatively easily. But I think they just grow and grow and grow for a good bowl game this year, and obviously to have a better record next year, because they do have a lot of guys coming back. This is Steve Callis, speaking of sports. We'll see you the next time.